Joe Dispenza, Evolve Your Brain, full summary. Have you ever wondered why your life seems to repeat itself? Why the same problems, the same emotions, the same limitations keep showing up no matter how hard you try to change? The truth is, your past isn't holding you back, your brain is. Your mind is like a powerful orchestra of billions of neurons, but instead of playing a new symphony, it often repeats the old, familiar songs of fear, doubt, and limitation. In his groundbreaking book, Evolve Your Brain, Dr. Joe Dispenza gives you a simple yet radical message. If you can change your brain, you can change your life. He shows you that you are not defined by your past experiences, your habits, or even your genetics. You are defined by your ability to rewire your brain and create a new self. This message matters more than ever today. We live in a world flooded with distractions, stress, and overwhelming information. People feel stuck, anxious, and powerless. But imagine if you could break free from the prison of your old thoughts and emotions. Imagine if you could reprogram your brain to think, feel, and act in ways that create the future you truly desire. That's the promise of this book. And in the next minutes, I'll walk you through the core lessons of Evolve Your Brain. Not just the theory, but practical steps you can apply in your everyday life. Are you ready? Let's begin. Think of your brain as a living laboratory. Every day, millions of chemical reactions occur inside it, shaping your mood, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. If you keep repeating the same thoughts and feelings, you'll keep getting the same results. Imagine a scientist who mixes the same ingredients every single day. The outcome never changes. That's how most people live, stuck in cycles of predictable thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. But once you begin to change the ingredients in your mind, you can produce entirely new results. Tomorrow morning, write down the first 5 thoughts you have when you wake up. Then ask yourself, if I think these thoughts all day, what kind of future am I creating? If the answer doesn't inspire you, pick one new thought that empowers you. For example, instead of I feel exhausted, try I am energized and ready to create my day. Most of your beliefs about yourself and the world were formed in early childhood. Words spoken to you at the age of 5 can still hold you hostage at 35. A belief like, I'm not smart enough, or I'll never succeed acts like an invisible chain that controls your choices. Dispenza explains that a belief is nothing more than a repeated neural pathway in your brain. And just like a trail in the forest, the more often you walk it, the deeper it becomes. But here's the miracle. You can carve new trails at any age. Write down 3 limiting beliefs you carry. For example, money is hard to make. I'm unlucky in love. I don't deserve success. Now flip them into new beliefs. Money flows to me with ease. I attract loving relationships. I am worthy of success. Repeat these daily while feeling gratitude and watch your brain begin to rewire itself. Every thought is a seed planted in the soil of your future. If you keep planting seeds of fear, you'll grow a future filled with fear. If you plant seeds of hope and possibility, you'll grow a future filled with light. Athletes have used this principle for decades. They mentally rehearse their performance before stepping onto the field. The brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It wires itself as if the imagined event has already happened. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 1 year from now. Where are you living? What are you doing? Who is around you? Write it down in vivid detail as if it has already happened. This simple practice teaches your brain to begin living your desired future now. Every emotion you feel sends a chemical message to your body. Stress floods you with cortisol and adrenaline, weakening your immune system. Gratitude and joy, on the other hand, release healing chemicals that strengthen your body. Think about it. One moment of anger can leave you drained for hours, while one moment of love can energize you for an entire day. Your body literally becomes addicted to the emotions you repeat most often. This is why so many people feel stuck. They are addicted to their own familiar emotions. Every evening, write down 3 moments from your day that made you feel grateful. By focusing on gratitude, you teach your brain to release the chemistry of joy, and your body learns to crave positive emotions instead of negative ones. Most people live life on autopilot. They wake up, repeat the same routines, think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and wonder why nothing changes. But the real power lies in conscious choice. Each time you make a new decision, you create a new pathway in your brain. Picture yourself in traffic. Your habit is to get angry, to curse under your breath, and to feel stressed. That's autopilot. But what if in that moment you paused and asked, can I choose a different reaction? If you choose calm instead of anger, gratitude instead of complaint, you've just installed a new program in your brain. Do it once, then twice, then 10 times, and suddenly you're not the same person anymore. Commit to making one conscious choice every day. Maybe it's smiling instead of frowning. Maybe it's saying thank you instead of complaining. Maybe it's walking away from fear instead of letting it control you. At night, journal. Today, my conscious choice was. Watch how your brain begins to rewire itself with every small choice. For decades, scientists believed the brain was fixed after childhood, but neuroscience has proven them wrong. Your brain is plastic. It can change, adapt, and rewire itself until your last breath. This is called neuroplasticity. Think of learning to ride a bike. At first, you fell again and again, but with repetition, your brain built a new neural circuit. Now riding feels effortless. The same principle applies to any new thought, skill, or behavior. Each repetition creates a new groove in your brain, making change possible at any age. Choose one small habit to install in your life. For example, start each morning with 2 minutes of deep breathing. Repeat it for 21 days. At first, your brain will resist. It wants the old program. But if you persist, the new habit becomes automatic. That's neuroplasticity in action. Dispenza reminds us, the body is the shadow of the mind. If you've been sad for years, your body has memorized sadness. If you've lived with stress, your body has memorized stress. Sometimes you feel anxiety not because of what's happening now, but because your body is addicted to the chemicals of the past. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I feel anxious for no reason? The truth is, your body is simply replaying an old emotional pattern. But the moment you notice it, you have the power to interrupt it and create a new state of being. Close your eyes and recall a strong emotion from the last 24 hours. Where did you feel it in your body, your chest, your stomach, your shoulders? Now breathe deeply for 3 minutes and tell yourself, I choose peace. With practice, you'll teach your body to accept new emotional states. One of Dispenza's most powerful teachings is that changing thought alone is not enough. You must also change your emotions. The brain and the body must agree. For example, saying, I am successful is useless if inside you still feel fear and insecurity. Your body will reject the message. But when you combine thought with the emotion of gratitude, joy, or excitement, you send a coherent signal to your entire system. That's when real transformation begins. Pick an affirmation like, I am creative and successful. Say it slowly while breathing deeply and smiling. Don't just repeat the words, feel the truth of them in your heart. Thought plus emotion equals transformation. Your brain cannot tell the difference between something vividly imagined and something actually experienced. When you visualize, you literally train your brain to believe the future is happening now. Think of a pianist who rehearses only in their mind. Brain scans show that the same neural pathways light up as if they were practicing physically. That means your imagination is rehearsal for your future self. Spend 5 minutes each day visualizing your dream life. See it like a movie, your home, your work, the people around you, the joy you feel. Write down, I am already living this life. The more vividly you imagine, the stronger the signal to your brain. Fear is one of the brain's most powerful programs. It activates the body's survival response and blocks you from creating new possibilities. Every time you think, "What if I fail?" you send stress chemicals into your body, and your brain chooses safety over growth. Imagine someone offered you a chance to start your dream business, but you held back because of fear. Later, you realize the real loss wasn't failure. It was never trying. Fear keeps you locked in a cage that doesn't even exist. Write down your biggest fears. Then ask, what's the worst that could happen? You'll often realize the worst isn't as terrible as you thought. Replace that fear with a new belief. Opportunities are opening for me now. Nearly 90% of your daily actions are unconscious habits. Habits save energy, but they also keep you trapped. Checking your phone the moment you wake up, complaining during the day, eating junk food when stressed. These are not conscious choices, they are programs. But every time you break an old habit and install a new one, you rewrite your brain. It's like updating the software of your mind. Pick one habit to change. For example, instead of grabbing your phone in the morning, spend 5 minutes in silence or journaling. Do this for 30 days. Slowly, your brain accepts the new pattern as your normal. Dispenza says, change begins with awareness. You cannot change what you cannot see. Observing yourself is like holding up a mirror to your unconscious mind. Let's say you catch yourself getting angry. Instead of reacting automatically, pause and ask, why did I respond this way? That single question forces your brain to step out of autopilot and choose differently. Each evening before bed, review your day. Write down moments when you acted unconsciously and moments when you chose consciously. This reflection shines a light on your patterns and gives you the power to change them. Your brain is your most valuable treasure. Inside it lies the power to heal, to grow, to reinvent yourself entirely. For too long, you may have believed you were a prisoner of your past, trapped by the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same predictable results. But now you know the truth. Every moment is an opportunity to rewire your brain and create a new destiny. You are not the product of your circumstances. You are the product of your choices. And the most powerful choice you can make is to step out of the old programs and consciously design your future self. Every thought you nurture, every emotion you embrace, every habit you shift becomes a building block of the person you are becoming. Imagine waking up tomorrow and no longer living as the echo of your past. Imagine choosing gratitude over anger, courage over fear, possibility over limitation. Each small choice is like a spark, and when you gather enough sparks, they ignite into a fire that transforms your entire life. The real miracle is this: you don't need anything outside of yourself. The power is already within you. Your brain, your mind, your heart, they are your tools, and when you align them, you become unstoppable. Your call to action: observe your mind every day. Become the witness of your thoughts. Awareness is the first step to transformation. Build new habits. Start small. A 2-minute breathing practice, a gratitude journal, a daily affirmation. Small seeds grow into forests. Visualize your future. See it, feel it, and live it in your imagination. Your brain will rewire to match that vision. Challenge your fears. Write them down, face them, and turn them into opportunities for growth. Unite thought and emotion. Don't just say affirmations. Feel them with joy, gratitude, and love. That's when your body and brain begin to agree. So now the question is not, can you change? The question is, will you choose to change? Will you continue living as a prisoner of old patterns, or will you step into the role of the architect of your own future? The choice is in your hands, and it begins now with a single thought, a single emotion, a single conscious decision. This is your moment. Evolve your brain and you will evolve your life. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for being here and supporting this journey.